So in the past few videos, we have discussed in detail the basic formulas and basic rules in finding the derivative of certain functions. And in doing so, we have successfully completed Unit 3 of AP Calculus. So to start Unit 4, we are going to first discuss in detail how to interpret the meaning of the derivative in the context of questions. So we all know that a derivative is just a basic instantaneous rate of change of something. So in context, a complete interpretation identifies the input value, the rate, the unit, and what is increasing or decreasing. So if you didn't really uh, understand this, it's totally fine. I am going to use this short example to explain what exactly uh, these several lines of words are talking about. So let's get started. Uh, the question is that the number of customers in a store is C of t, which is equal to 120 plus 18t minus 3t squared, where t is the hours after opening, and what we need to do is to find and interpret C prime of 2. Now, first of all, let's interpret what exactly is C prime of 2. Now we know that C prime means the derivative of C function. Now, what is the derivative of C function? Or in plain words, how can we describe the derivative of C function? Now, C is the number of customers. And by the definition of derivative, we know that C prime of t must be the instantaneous rate of change of the number of customers. Okay. In this question, the derivative is fairly simple. Okay. Let me restate this again. So C prime of t is the number of customers the rate of change of the number of customers in a store at t, and C prime of 2 is the rate of change of customers, or the rate of change of the number of customers in a store at t equals 2, which is 2 hours after opening. Okay, so after we understood the meaning of C prime of 2, let's therefore find C prime of 2. So again, by now we must be very familiar with this. So C prime of t, taking the derivative of this function, we get 0 plus 18 minus 6t. 0 is from the constant 120, and therefore we have 18 minus 6t as our C prime of t function, which is a instantaneous or not instantaneous, the rate of change of number of customers. Now, substituting 2 into our function, we get C prime of 2 is equal to 18 minus 6 times 2, which is 12, and therefore we get 6. And so we get that C prime of 2, which is the rate of change of the number of customers at t equals 2, is 6. So what does that mean? Basically, what that means is the number of customers is increasing. So rather, if we get a negative C prime of 2, that means at t equals 2, uh, the customers are decreasing. In other words, the customers are moving out of the store more than they are coming in. And so this is a rather also an easy session. Well, maybe you'll realize that in AP Calculus, the more words you see in a question, the more simpler it is. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's session, and hopefully I'll see you in the next session.